The National Autosport Association National Championships presented by Toyo Tires. Once again, I'm John Pippin in the Goodyear Press Tower. I'm joined on the track by Westy Bell, Walter Scott, and Brian Culbertson as we're getting ready to grid the cars for Group C. Group C is the Honda Challenge cars. This is a one-wave start, and they will go from a standing start here on the front straightaway. And let's run the grid for Group C for you. Starting on the pole is the number 88 car of Andrie Hartanto. This is all in H1, by the way. The number 14 car next in the order, Chad Slag. The number 2 of Michael Lee. The number 06 of Jason Franza. The number 05 of Kevin Helms. The number 42 of Peter Croupier. The number 47 of Jonathan Maris. The number 75 is, hang on one second here, that's John Olt. The number 117 is Chris Fries. The number 12 is Kelsey Smith. The number 37 is Kelly Musgrove. Car 11 is Todd Reed. Car number 57 is Paul Martin. And car number 45 is Adam Croupier. So Andrie Hartanto had a terrible start in the qualifying race yesterday and had to work his way back toward the front. So we'll see if he's able to do a little better this time in that number 88 car. The lights are on. We're ready to go with Group C, and there's the start. Andrie Hartanto once again gets a little sluggish start. I think he's going to give it up to Chad Slag, Rusty, as they're coming to you.
We're going to get the numbers here as they come around. It is Chad, I believe, with the lead as he heads up into the turn 2 area. Car's going 2-3 wide here, and they've got to settle it out there. Can't get through that part of the track that wide. It just doesn't work. There's a couple of cars going into the grass to keep from contact in the top of the keyhole. So down the straightaway, we'll get you some numbers here as they begin to settle out just a little bit. And at the point right now, it's the number 14 and then the 88. So it is Slag with the lead and 88 right there behind him. Hartanto, a battle going on back right behind them for third.
As a matter of fact, that third place battle is going to change. We'll sort it out for you in just a second. Slag, Larto, and the number 06, that's Jason Franza, went up to take over third. Boy, he is the guy on the charge. They're coming at you, Brian. We also had 2 cars go off on the first lap. I didn't catch that until just now. Looks like they are, number 21 is one of them. I'm going to try and identify that. Aaron Bobak is one of them.
Side-by-side action at the front of the pack. Scotty, if you can catch that other number, we'll continue to follow the leaders as they come through the carousel turn. And here they come onto the front straightaway. And right now it is Chad Slag in the blue number 14 and the number 88 of Andrie Hartanto right in his wheel tracks. The 06 car of Jason Franza up into third spot. Peter Croupier in the 42 holds down fourth, and Michael Lee in the 2 is in fifth. Watch Michael Lee. He was quick yesterday, Rusty.
Hartanto right now on the inside had the lead for second and takes it as Slag hits the brakes to keep from hitting side to side. That was just a game of chicken as they got to turn 2, and Slag decided to lift off the throttle to keep from hitting Hartanto there at turn 2. So now a new leader. Your Polston are back at the point. Hartanto's got about 3 car lengths on Slag, who lost momentum at turn 2 when he lifted off the throttle. 06 slots in right behind Jason Franza in the third spot.
So your leaders coming into view now. 2 of the actual 3 cars have left the area that were involved in that first car schlemazel. On the number 88 Juan, they got around, so Chad Slag is in second. I can identify those cars for you now. That was the number 31 was number 21 was the first car. That was Bombach. Then the number 112 of Bradley Smith. They continued, but the one that did not continue was the car of Team Rebuilt, the number 31 machine. That's being extracted by the hook right now.
Both Bombach and Bradley Smith have made it into the pit lane. Bombach's car missing most of the front clip. Bradley Smith's team looking at the right rear corner of that machine as the leaders come into our view. And Andrie Hartanto has got the lead pretty comfortably now as he got around Chad Slag and has opened up about a 10-car length advantage. The battle may be for second. Jason Franza closing in on Slag as he comes up to speed. Kevin Helms in the 05 up to 4th spot. Croupier back to 5th now. Michael Lee hanging on to 6th.
Watching that battle across track right now. Hartanto continues to stretch it out a little bit. It looked very close there at the beginning, but I said they got into that battle at chicken at turn 2. That's just about what it appeared, and there would have been contact, but Slag thought better of that and hit the brakes and still maintains position number 2 right now, and we're watching to see if he's losing any ground. Back to that 06 machine of Jason Franza. At the moment, he's still holding off by about 2 car lengths, and they're beginning to pull it out a bit on that 4th place car.
Hartanto has got himself a little bit of breathing room right now, about 5 car lengths maybe. Second place Chad Slag in the 06. I'll tell you, Jason Franza is right on his back door on challenging for second place. I'll tell you, that's a battle that's about a car length or less. This car length is 88 Hartanto shows the way down into Thunder Valley right now underneath the Pepsi Bridge. The number 06 of Franza looking to get around Slag right now at the top of the hill. Can't get it done. He's looking, John. That's a great battle there for second place.
Absolutely. Franza looking real racy right now as they come through the carousel turn. Andrie Hartanto comfortably in the lead now by about 10 or 15 car lengths. The battle rages behind him, however, as Chad Slag, who started outside of the front row, has the position. Jason Franza now ducks to the inside, shows him the fender as they come to the braking area for turn number 1. And while they're duking it out, Kevin Helms is flying in the 05, and he may make it a 3-way battle for the final 2 steps on the podium for H1.
Well, he's trying to get there as he drives up over the curb, the exit curbing at turn 1, but maintains station now, nose to tail for second. Franza sitting right in there with Slag. The top of the keyhole turn, a couple cars getting a bit wide at 1, kicking up a lot of dust, but able to maintain their position on the track as we watch that battle now for second. Now a battle for third, and there's 2 car lengths between second, third, and fourth right now, so it has become basically a 3-way battle for second with about 2 car lengths between all 3 of those cars.
And under braking, I'll tell you, that battle for second really tightens up between the 06 of Franza and the 14 of Slag. Now that 4th place has really tightened up under braking in the twisty parts of this course. So 4th place is really challenging for 3rd right at the moment. What do you, Brian? The 42 gets the best of it now as they drop down into Thunder Valley over the number 2. That 3-way battle's catching the leaders, John. You'll notice Hartanto, that advantage he has is starting to go away.
Indeed, and then right behind them for the second, third, and fourth place battle is a pretty good run for 5th and 6th place as Michael Lee and Peter Coupier going at each other. Here comes Hartanto. We'll catch the interval unofficially here at the start-finish line. It's about a second and 3/4 as Lee in the number 2 right on the back bumper of Coupier. Don't think he's going to try it this time. It looks like he is right there to pounce should there be any sort of problems. A couple good battles right at the front of the pack.
It looks like he came up and tried to put a little love tap there on the back, right in the middle of turn 1, and lifted off the throttle to keep from that from happening. That would have been catastrophic for both of those cars. They're running up over the curb. That would be the battle for the 5th spot right now. We're watching that very close, side by side at the exit. In fact, we got one car, we'll get the number on it. I couldn't tell which one dropped into the dirt, took 4 wheels off. That would be the number 2 machine that did that. So Michael Lee drops the car into the dirt and lost about 5 car lengths.
Hartanto appears to be resurgent right now. He has put the hammer down. I'll tell you, that 05 car in 4th place is really catching things up. He is just a couple of car lengths behind 3rd place now, and he is holding station very, very well. You're right, Scotty. He stretches it out. Our second place battle, that 3-way battle there for second place, is going to come in contact with a slower car here. This car's been running really slow at the back of the pack. They catch it at the top of the hill. They fan out. John, this is going to get exciting.
It's Slag still with the position, but you're right, as they're coming by the number 46 car of Keith Edwards, who's running at the back of the pack. He's already going a lap down, and as those guys are slugging it out, that's allowed Hartanto to really stretch his advantage. No change in the order, though, as they sort their way through the slower traffic. Michael Lee gets 2 wheels off into the gravel trap. coming onto the front straightaway, so he loses a lot of ground in his battle for 5th spot with Peter Kerpier. So Michael Lee really racing it hard as he continues to challenge for that 5th position.
Yeah, he's all over the track that time. He straddled the pit exit curbing, trying to hook 2 wheels on the inside to get around the corner, and that car's been off track here 3 times in the last lap. So as he tries to do battle for that 5th spot, and actually ends up losing ground, driving a little bit too hard right now. As we watch again that battle for 2nd, still about 2 car lengths between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So no change there as Hartanto continues to stretch it out.
Yeah, Hartanto's really stretching it out right now. That battle for 4th, while challenging for 3rd, has dropped off a little bit until he gets to the middle of the effort. Oh, Rusty, go ahead.
Well, we've got a car at its top here that looked like it came through the gravel trap there at 2 and is resting on the top. Driver's already climbing out, so that's good news. As that car's sitting right on the windshield, the driver's out of the car and walking away, but pretty rough ride there for a second. We'll try to get you a number on that here in just a second, but the car's facing away. That may be that orange car, maybe the 344 Ruck. I'm not sure if that's his or not. We'll try to get a number on that here as he's walking away and fine. Corner workers coming over to meet him halfway, and they're going to take him behind the corner station.
Leaders come by as that situation being dealt with there, and the 05 car of Helms has fallen off the hunt just a little bit. It was a pretty much evenly spaced 3-way battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Helms now is back just a bit, so Chad Slag still coming under pressure from the 06 of Jason Franza. Andrie Hartanto, no challenge. He's stretching his lead back out to over 2 seconds again. Just quickly, my scoring monitor only goes 15 deep, but J. Allen Haggai continues to lead the H2 class in the number 81 car, and Colin Botha is leading the H4 class in the 49. His closest pursuer is the 52 Team Rec Motorsports entry, and they are running in 15th spot. As far as H5, unofficially, I have Zephyr Belinsky still in the lead. Thomas Lamb in the 91 is in 2nd in H5.
Our 2nd, 3rd, 4th place battle going through some traffic right now, getting around that number 31 car, Team Rebuilt, that was involved in that accident on the first lap. Well, I'll tell you, the guy who lost out on that was the 05 of Kevin Helms. He got balked a little bit, so he's got a little bit of distance between himself and 3rd place.
Battle for 2nd. Really good right now, the battle for 2nd. Coming at you, John. At the top of the hill, as they get up there, they look to the inside. It's about a car length now between the 14 of Slag and the 06 of Franza.
And again, as they continue to battle, that has allowed the cars behind them to catch up just a little bit. As Michael Lee appears to be resurgent once again, as he has gotten around the 42 of Croupier and has now set his sights on that 4th place battle with Kevin Helms. So 2nd, 3rd, and 4th running in a train, and Michael Lee, as he did yesterday, really mounting a late race charge here as he is coming. They make it a 4-way battle for 2nd.
We're going to watch that right now. We've also got the 37 car. That would be Kelly Moscow, who was pulled off here at the track cut there at turn 1, actually just off the straightaway where it comes onto the back straightaway. It looks like no power in that, and just sitting off track to driver's right. The safety vehicle was out there for a moment there just to check on that car. We still, I believe that's the 344 Rock. Looking for that car out on track. We still can't get the full number because of the way the car is sitting on its roof, but the safety vehicles have made their way out there, and it looks like we may leave that car there for the rest of the race.
No change right now in our top 4. Still 2nd, 3rd, 4th, as close as ever right at the moment. No changes in that. I'll tell you, the 05 of Kevin Helms is hanging on gamely here. He's made up some of the ground he lost the last lap around.
You're right, Scotty. Closes that down as they go underneath the Pepsi Bridge. He looks to the inside, can't get it done. The door gets slammed. But John coming at you, that 05 of Helms, he's looking really racy for 3rd.
Yeah, and Lee behind him is also beginning to pick up the pace, as we said on the last lap, as he's going to try to join into that battle. So it's an evenly spaced 3-car battle for second, third, and fourth in H1. Go ahead, Scotty.
We had a car that came off under braking, coming down into the braking zone of 7, that went off and got sideways. And we're working on the number now. I'll tell you, he averted disaster because he went across track sideways right in front of one of the other vehicles he was competing with. I think it's the number 112, that may be Bradley Smith. And he actually ran over some of the debris that was left from that first lap incident out here. It looks kind of comical in a way because that front balance of one of the cars in the first lap incident is wrapped around the side door of his car into pea gravel. Had a moment right now when he had the number 06 Jason Franza tried to get around him, but wasn't able to quite get the job done. Very close. As a matter of fact, they still remain the same as far as the order goes. The cherry pickers coming out to get that car out of harm's way. The number 112 of Bradley Smith is sitting right in the impact zone. There's Johnny on the spot to move that car out of the way.
Second, third, and fourth, and now fifth place battle comes into our view. Chad Slag this time opens up maybe a car length advantage over the 06 of Jason Franza, but Kevin Helms right there on Franza's back bumper as they come onto the front straightaway, and Michael Lee has made up just about all the ground as now he has caught Kevin Helms. So it's pretty much a four-way battle for the second through fifth place positions. Right behind them, Peter Croupier and Jonathan Maris having a pretty dandy battle for sixth and seventh as well. As we want to again acknowledge our other class leaders, Colin Botha continuing to lead in the H4 category. He's running 13th overall. J. Allen Haggai is in first place in the H2 category, and the number 81 car running 15th overall. And we believe that Zephyr Belinsky still is holding off Thomas Lamb for the lead in H5.
A great four-way battle coming down the straightaway. It's actually a two-way battle there. Battle for the second, Scotty.
Yes, indeed. We're watching that one develop right now. And Chad Slag able to hold on. Boy, I'll tell you, the 06, though, giving him a game shot there. Jason Fonta really trying to make it happen, but could not quite get the job done. We're watching as they're pulling out the number 112 of Bradley Smith. They have pulled him clear of the pea gravel right now. We'll see if he can fire that motor and get that car going and get it out of harm's way.
Slag able to use the back marker in the pit there. Big advantage for him. He's able to clear out. And Franza also able to use that car, stretched out that great battle we had for second place. That number 46 gets in the way there of our good battle for second.
We haven't said much about our leader, Andrie Hartanto, but he is well out in front. Has a pretty comfortable lead, about half the length of the front straightaway, as the battle is behind him between Slag, Franza, Helms, and Lee, as they're very much evenly spaced. Croupier and Maris continue to do battle just behind them, and no other real positions in contention in the top 10, with the exception of Chris Fries, as he's coming around, I believe, in the 117 car. I stand corrected, it's the number 11 of Todd Reed, and he's coming under some pressure from Colin Botha, who is our H4 leader.
Watching that battle for the second spot. Actually, 14 pulled clear of that for the moment. So Slag has got a clear shot there at the second spot, but 06 and that the Honda Coupe behind Helms right there. Those two were battling there for a second, about a car length apart.
The guy who has really picked up lately is that number 2, Michael Lee. He is joined with that battle, that top 5 battle right now. And the 112 Bradley Smith realized that his car is probably too badly damaged. He was able to get it moving, but he pulled it around behind station number 8. He's out of harm's way and retired.
lead battle comes into our view, and as you said, Scotty, Michael Lee does appear to be the raciest of the four right now, as he's right on the back of Kevin Helms in the 05, and that's the battle for fourth position. As Lee gets a good run off the carousel, we'll see if he's got anything for Helms as they come into the braking area for turn one. Not this lap, but he is bumper to bumper with him, Rusty, as they come out of one.
Watching that right now across track. About a car length. It looks like Helms stretches it just a bit, but Lee is right there. Lee was driving the wheels off for a few laps and realized that just isn't the fast way around this track. So he's cooled his jets a little bit, basically, and now he's caught back up to that battle, and actually that time Helms dropped a couple of wheels on the inside at the entrance to the keyhole, probably looking at his mirrors a little too hard. But Lee now is certainly the one on the move and is looking to take over the fourth spot, but just not happening yet. We'll see if he can get him here through the S's.
We're watching for that battle, and that great battle in the top five. Lee got all the way up to number 05 of Kevin Helms. Looks like he's going to try and make a charge, not able to make it happen out of turn 9. We have one more retirement down here in the S's. It's number 53, H2 class of David Rearson. He was the one that Rusty told me was smoking heavily. He's parked it just beyond turn station 7.
The battle now is for that fifth position. Lee able to pull up right beside Helms at the top of the hill. Looks like he gets it done, John. A slide job there, but they're side by side.
Indeed, Lee does make the pass to take over the fourth position from Kevin Helms. Let's see if he can hold it as they come through the carousel and onto the front straightaway. Our leader is working through slower traffic in earnest now. And you're right, a new fourth-place runner is Michael Lee. That was a very bold move down on the inside of turn 14. He sort of elbowed his way in there and got the job done. Now let's see if he can set sail and have anything to say with Jason Franza. Courtier and Maris continue their great battle for 6th and 7th position as they're running pretty much nose to tail as well.
We may have had Hartanto go off track at turn 2 while he was trying to get around some lap traffic. He's back on and just in front of that battle. He was able to hang on to the lead, but not by much as he got driven off the track at turn 2, almost to the gravel trap, and came back on. I don't know if there's any damage to the car. I couldn't see if contact was made, but I just looked up and saw Hartanto go off now. It's a three-way battle for the lead now, Scotty.
Yes, indeed. Oh, boy, I'll tell you what. Hartanto has nothing in it. He has got his back door. Oh, and he is very loose. I don't know what happened to in that off-course excursion, but man, he is, that car's getting very, very tail-happy. Brian, you can see it when it comes around in front of you at 11.
They've got back marker traffic in front of them. Hartanto, you're right. The back end of that car steps out. The 14, a slag closes up on him. Lee's pushing. Lee wants third place. He looks to the inside. He can't quite get it done. Lee's shoving hard, John. Lee's the man on the move with the chrome horn at the top of the hill.
Tried to make the same move on the 06 of Franza that he did a lap ago on Kevin Helms. Not able to make it stick this time, but we'll see if he's got something for them as they head down the line. Here comes Hartanto with his lead completely evaporated. We'll get the interval first to second. It's about a second right now, and it was up to 5 or 6 just a lap or two ago as Lee once again looking really racy, trying to take over the final podium spot in H1, Rusty.
Trying to get inside, he just can't do it. Has to tuck the car in for turn 2, but there for a second I thought he was going to try a move on the inside. Now he's on the outside of the top of the keyhole. Just can't make that happen. Battling with a little bit of cars up there. Quite a bit of lap traffic coming in front of him. Hartanto's beginning to pull it back out just a little bit, so the car's still working all right. Lost a lot of his lead, but we're watching right now is Lee on the outside. Now the battle up again for second. The flag right there, Scotty.
Oh, I'm watching. Oh, boy, I'll tell you. And there was contact between second and third. And now I'll tell you what. Lee has gotten the 05 has gotten around. He may be in second place right now. Flag. And let's see. Let me get the numbers here. It's hard to tell with our program. Flag on the 06 of Franza came together, and they lost a position. I'll tell you, they both went off track and went sideways. So you're going to have to sort them out, Brian and John.
Hartanto still in the lead, and Lee has gone to second place. The 05 of Helms, I believe, is in third. Big shake-up here, and it looks like Lee using the chrome horn down at the end of the back straightaway, too.
Here they come onto the front straightaway as Chad Slag and Jason Franza come together there in front of Scotty, and that shuffles the order here as we got a battle for the lead. Hartanto with Lee in his mirrors as they come through some slower traffic. Lee is looking like he wants to lead this thing as they come through turn number 1. The 05 of Helms up to third, Rusty.
Less than a car length around turn 1. There's still some lap traffic in the middle of this group as Helms now tries to get through it. It's about 2 car lengths with Hartanto, but Hartanto's got lap traffic right in front of him for the keyhole. Hartanto tries to go around the outside, but can't make it happen. That lap traffic in the way is going to hold him up, but Lee's not faring any better through the top of the keyhole. Both of them shake that lap traffic here on the straightaway with Hartanto out about 3 car lengths, maybe 2 now at the kick. But Lee is certainly the car on the move once he settled the car down a little bit and Hartanto went off. Lee is right there behind Hartanto first.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Lee has driven one heck of a race. He's gotten a couple of breaks along the way. And a couple of breaks were second and third coming together. But Lee is right there about a car length and a half behind Hartanto. Boy, I'll tell you, he's making a race out of this thing.
Hartanto shows the way down bridge, but Lee's still right there behind him. Once again, they encounter the 46 car at the top of the hill. They both get by. The 05 of Helms is going to get caught. He squeezes by. John, the top 3 are almost all together, but watch Lee.
Onto the carousel turn, and now off the carousel onto the front straightaway. Hartanto able to stretch the advantage this time. Lee was right on his back bumper a lap ago, but now it's up to about 5 or 6 car lengths. About equally spaced are the top 3 as Kevin Helms another 5 or 6 back in third spot. Jason Franza and Chad Slag running through slower traffic as Slag is caught up with Franza, but then he gets balked by a back marker as they are trying to recover from their coming together a few laps ago.
Watching that battle up in the keyhole while that was going on, number 11, Todd Reed pulled the car off here where the pace car normally sits on the cutout just outside the keyhole turn. A little bit of smoke coming out from underneath the front end of that, so his day is done. As we watch Hartanto right now out about, he's got about 10 car lengths. He's really starting to pull it out over Lee. Lee's sitting back there, and Helms not all that far behind right now, and Helms looks like he's on the move as Lee's got a little lap traffic to get around.
Oh boy, I'll tell you, I think Hartanto got a real break that last time around. It must have been traffic, because Lee has dropped back maybe 10 car lengths right now. And I'll tell you, he's going to have to pedal really hard with probably, I don't know exactly how long we have left in that, but I'll tell you, he's got an uphill battle right at the moment.
Hartanto well clear of it. Lee now falls back in the grip of 05 of Helms. Helms closing right in on the back door of Lee right now, and Hartanto able to get away.
Yeah, Hartanto able to, once he got through that little cluster of traffic, has been able to stretch the advantage. Helms, though, does appear to be closing down, so perhaps Lee has roached his tires in that charge to get back into contention. He qualified third in that car, so obviously he's got the speed, but he fell back in the early going and then has had to claw his way back up to the front, and he got very close to taking the lead of this race, and as you said, Rusty, was driving the car awfully hard in the early going, and maybe he's running out of tires.
Watching him right now as he continues to maintain station. He's not closing up on Hartanto at all. A little bit of lap traffic for Hartanto, but it shouldn't affect him too much as we watch Helms now start to close it up just a little bit. Still not close enough to make any moves at the moment, but we keep our eye on that as they head down the straightaway. Hartanto clears lap traffic. Now Helms a little bit closer this time to lead than he was last time, but still too far back to make any move at this point.
Well, Lee has to get around some lap traffic right now to get back in touch with Hartanto. And the 05, that's fallen off just a little bit. Kevin Helms now back about 6-7 car lengths behind. Boy, I'll tell you, and Chad Slag and the 06 of Franza that little incident really cost them a couple of laps to go.
Top three are kind of spread out now. They're working their way through traffic. The traffic's costing them. The 06 is trying to climb back, but not able to do it. It's going to be too little, too late. Too bad they came together.
Still no indication from the starter that we're on the last lap. The number 117 car of Chris Freeze rolling slowly down the pit lane. Brian called that that car was showing some ill effects, and he is rolling to a stop right here at our feet as our leaders picking their way through slower traffic once again, as Hartanto and Lee first and second, Helms in third, and then back a bit is Franza holding on to the fourth spot with Chad Slag giving chase. Peter Courtier comes by as he continues to be challenged by Jonathan Maris in the 47. In fact, here goes Maris as he's trying to take the position. It looks like he gets it done. Jonathan Maris moving up into sixth spot.
Well, he's got it done for the moment if he can hang on. We were watching up in the top of the keyhole as Lee got held up, is just now able to clear a couple of lap cars as he gets through just now on the straightaway, and Helms closed it up 3 or 4 car lengths on him. I'm still not close enough to make any move on Lee, but that certainly cost Lee that little bit of lap traffic in the top of the keyhole.
Here comes Hartanto, and I'll tell you one thing I've noticed the last couple of laps, right at the moment, as cars come out of the end of the backstretch, they are going wider and wider. I'll tell you, these guys have been pushing real hard, and they're using up an awful lot more of the track. A lot of them kicking up dust here, so they're having to take wider lines. I think a lot of them are having their tires start to go away.
Looks like Hartanto's advantage here might be slipping away just a little bit. Lee seems to be closing up here. The top of the hill, it's even closer, John. Take a look at that. Looks like Lee is trying to put a charge on.
Yeah, let's see what happens. You're absolutely right. I would call it about 5 car lengths as they come through the carousel turn and onto the front straightaway. Just want to call your attention to a battle that's raging now for the lead in H5. It has been kind of separated by almost the length of the front straightaway, but Zephyr Malinsky, who is leading the class right now in the 517, it's a yellow Honda. Thomas Lamb in the 91, the black car, is reeling him in, and Thomas Lamb may be in a position to take over the lead in H5. There's only 3 cars running in H5 here this weekend, so the 46 car, who's been lapped multiple times, is a distant third right now. I think we're getting close to seeing the white flag. I saw the starter withdraw it from its holder. He hasn't shown it to the field yet, but we'll see this time by if we're going to have the white flag. Maybe Lee has got something for the last lap.
Hartanto was getting held up just a little bit by lap traffic. Manages to put that between him right now. Now Michael Lee is having to go around that lap traffic and is holding him up just a little bit, so his, I'll tell you, his desire to get to the front of the pack is getting quelled just a little bit.
Lee makes a huge move in 11 to get by that lap traffic. It cost him about 1 to 2 car lengths, John, at the top of the hill. Lee made bold moves back here to get around. He's going to try to close up. The white flag, I think, is going to come out. Might be too little for Lee, but man, he is charging.
Yep, the white flag is indeed going to come out as Andrie Hartanto sees it in the number 88, as he's got one more circuit of our 2.4 miles here at Mid-Ohio. Lee back about 10 car lengths now. I think the challenge might be blunted unless Hartanto really runs into some traffic. Kevin Helms solidly in third spot. Jason Franza has left Chad Slag in the dust, so Jason's secure in the 5th spot. Jonathan Maris, after getting around Kelsey Smith and Peter Courtier, is also running well, but he's certainly far enough back that he's not in any danger of relinquishing that position from Chad Slag.
Hartanto down the straightaway, a little bit of lap traffic. He gets around that with no problem. Down the straightaway, there's Lee, just that close, and then 05 Helms. No change in the front 3 unless something drastic happens here. They're all separated by about 10 car lengths.
Hartanto's going to have a little bit of lap traffic to deal with. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. If he's going to catch him, it's probably going to be in the carousel, and he probably has enough cushion for it to finish this way. Looks like that's where it's going to finish at this point. Hartanto's your leader.
Hartanto now into station 11. He's pretty clear. He might just hit that lap traffic as he comes in under the checkers, John. Lee's back quite a bit, probably 12, 14 car lengths and 20 car lengths back to your third place runner of Helms. Looks like that's how they're going to finish.
As they work their way through turn 14 and into the carousel turn for the final time, Andrie Hartanto leads from the pole. He's got his headlights on as he comes onto the front straightaway. And the checkered flag flies for Andrie Hartanto, who will be your champion of H1. The number 2 of Michael Lee gives a great run up into second spot. The 05 of Kevin Helms will come home third. Fourth place runner, the 06 of Jason Franza. Then the 14 of Chad Slag. Turning our attention to the other classes in contention, Colin Botha in the 49, we believe will come home as the winner of the H4 category. He is running in 10th place overall. The second place runner in H4, the Team Rec Motorsports, number 52, we believe. As we've got a spin here on the final lap as a couple cars got together coming through turn 14. We'll see if we can get the number. The car's tail end is toward me, so I can't tell you, but there was a little nose-to-tail action, and one of the silver Hondas off on driver's left just at the exit of 14. I believe it's the 111 car that was involved in that spin, and that is Eric Waddell from the H4 class. Team Rec Motorsports, as we mentioned, taking the second place, and the H5 battle that we were talking about, it finishes just the way it had been most of the race. Zephyr Walensky holding off Thomas Lamb for that win. In the H2, J. Allen Haggai in the 81 holds off John Whitaker in the 8. The third place runner in H4, I believe, is the 25 of Jeremy Croisset. So those are all of your positions in the 4 classes represented here. Again, I will say the standard disclaimer, all results provisional pending review by the stewards of the meet. But congratulations to our next batch of first time ever NASA National Champions.